Here's our notes. Here are our notes.
Okay. I've said this before, and this is my goal. That doesn't happen every quarter. However, there was one 3-month period that my retirement account made more money than I made. Okay, so that's the goal. That's the goal of that's
your retirement.
Yeah. You want your retirement account to continue to grow, and once it's growing faster than you're making money, might as well just go ahead and retire, right? And just live off that. So, the other thing is somewhere in your life, you're going to come to a realization that here's your paycheck, right? And you go home and you have to pay everything. You pay your rent or your mortgage, you pay your car payment, you pay your utilities, you get some food, you have some entertainment,
Then
right?
You have no money left.
And then you support charity, you buy diapers for your kids. That's expensive. All kinds of things. And most people, when they come to the end of the month, they have $0 or less, which means they put stuff on credit cards. And so they're paying interest. They're paying people to borrow money. Fine parts of life, that's the kind of thing that happens. Okay, you want to come into somewhere in your life that you can live less than what you make. So you make, say, let's make $5,000 a month, and you can live off $4,500. I just made up two numbers. I have no idea. Okay, so that's the goal, because then you take that $500 and you put it into an account, and that account works 24/7. You work 8 hours a day. Sometime in your life you're going to get a job and you work 8 hours a day. Okay, you get 40 hours a week and you're tired and you're wore out, but your money is sitting in a bank making more money and making more money. This is what the rich people do. This is what people, I can't believe the rich are getting richer. Yes, because they figured this out. Okay, and that's the roll for your class. Can you take a roll for me? You can give it to her. Thank you, sir. Can you take that roll and just check to see who's here? Do you know their names? You don't know their names. Okay, we'll do it later. All right. So here is this little section, 8.5. Okay, this is trying to make some money in life, and they have this wonderful formula that they give you. You never will have to memorize it. Okay, so don't worry about that. And it's basically, if I give equal payments, so every month I had $500. Every month I put $500 in. Every month I put $500 in. How is it going to grow? And what will it grow into over a certain amount of time? You guys are young, 16, 17 years old, 18 years old. So you have a long time to save. And the longer you have, the better. The earlier you get this started, the better. You can actually get this started today. You go down to don't go to a bank. Go to an investment place. Edward Jones, right there by AT&T, behind Chili's. That's a place. There's lots of places like that they will help you. I bet you they have one for young people.
I've had a savings account since
Right.
sixth grade.
Savings account is probably the worst way to grow money. But it does grow, but it's really, 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 really slow. Yeah. Yes. All right. This is retirement. This is stuff. The earlier you get started, the earlier you can retire. Okay. Little bit of notes. Here's our first example. So let's say you wait until you're 30 and you start your retirement account. Okay? And you only start with $100. That's not very much. Okay? But you find an IRA that pays 9.5%. That's a lot. That used to be normal. It's not normal anymore. About 7 now is normal. Okay. So you're going to keep this until you're 65 years old. Every month for from age 30 to age 65, you're going to put $100 in. $100. Okay. First thing we want to do, how much money are you going to put in over the course of time? Are you calculating that right now?
Yeah.
So how many years is that? That's 35 years? Okay. Times 12 months? Times $100. What does that come out to be? 35 years times 12 months times $100. $42,000. So over the course of 35 years, you're gonna put $42,000 in it. Okay, so what's $42,000? A new car? Basically a new car. I think the median price of a car has just gone over $40,000. A brand new car. They're expensive. Okay, so $42,000. It seems like a lot of money to you, right? Does $100 seem like a lot of money to you? Yeah, it does, because you're high schoolers. Okay, but once you get through college and you have a job, $100 is not going to seem like too much of you. Did you go to the state fair? Did you drop $100?
Almost.
You could
Stop. I was like, okay, I'm just walking around.
Yes, it's easy, right? I mean, entertainment is expensive. You want to go to a concert? How much is a concert these days? $100? Okay, so you can think, okay, well, this month I'm not going to go to a concert. I'm going to take my $100, put it in an account. This month I'm not going to buy. I don't know how your outfits are, Cal. $100 to buy an outfit? Yeah, maybe. Yeah, I guess at a boutique. I don't go to boutiques very much, but that's about. So you're talking, okay, an outfit, an entertainment, whatever, every month. Okay, so let's use this formula. So you're done doing this. You're at 65 years old, and now we're going to figure out how much money you have. Ready? So A is equal to the P is how many payments you're going to make. So I mean not many, how much the payment is. So what's 100? Look at this weird double parentheses on this formula. It's really weird. When you're doing it in your calculator, it's troublesome. Okay? Because you got to use a lot of parentheses and all that kind of stuff. If you have a stacked fraction, it's a little easier. Plus your rate was 0.095. It's 12 times per year. 12 times 35. You got to put that minus 1. You have to close the parentheses. You take this all over 0.095 over 12. Now, using a calculator with a stacked fraction will make this easier to do. In fact, dang it, you stole our calculators today.
And I was a good kid and going back.
You were. Dang it. Okay. So, do you think she has 2 over there? He's back.
But there's not one.
They're not the ones that you'll use on your test. You can use those yellow ones on the test. Let's pause. See if she has 2 that we could borrow. Let's pause for a second. Okay, so when you come to problems like this, if you're listening to this podcast, you've got to know how to put this into your calculator. Okay, so when I would suggest come to the school and find a yellow calculator, because that's the kind that you're going to use on your tests, and know where the stacked fraction is. So stack a fraction and then type it in exactly like it is. Don't stray from it. If it has double parentheses, put a double parentheses. And this has a stacked fraction in a stacked fraction.
It's not double parentheses, it's the bracket and then parentheses.
Oh, a bracket is a parentheses.
Yeah.
All right, so I'm going to go outside this first one. Make sure you're in the power. Okay, and I can tell you that most of the time when I make errors on this, I forgot to subtract the 1. And then another stacked fraction. So we use 3 stacked fractions in this thing. Make sure you can do this in a yellow calculator. Boom.
How do you put the?
That's how I put it.
You do the cricket or the carrot.
Oh, the caret, yes. The caret is the exponent. See if you got the same answer that I did.
Oh my goodness, I have so many stuff questions. Wait, let me see your answer. Whole bunch of clues.
Yep. There's my answer.
3, 2, 9, 4. Except I didn't get point that.
You got
I
29?
didn't get point anything. I didn't get point anything. It just says. I just said 3, 3, 3.
Oh, you're sorry, calculators. Okay,
Yeah,
let's just go to the nearest dollar. Let's go just go to
It
the.
says point nothing.
Wow. Interesting. Okay. So hopefully that you just have to go to.
Sorry, calculator. Maybe ours are right.
No, they're not. Trust me. Okay. So hopefully your homework has to go to the nearest dollar, which probably it does. Okay. So think of what we just did. We took $42,000. We turned it into $333,000. This is what rich people do. Okay? You can be rich. This is America. It is open to everyone.
Wait, how did that know? We did the same.
Gotta explain it.
We did the same math.
Did you get the same number? You got $333,000.
Yeah, but I'm saying we did the same math pretty much.
Okay. How much interest did you earn? So you put in 42, you got out 333, so we're going to take 333,946 and we're going to subtract 42,000. Do you all watch the news ever?
I did the other day when the storm was coming.
No, that's not. That's the weather. All right.
Oh wait, my answer did pop up whenever
With the-
I
with the
clicked,
whole
like,
Yeah. It is not. Yeah.
It was just hidden.
Okay.
Did your answer pop up?
So 209. Yeah. Just hit minus button and hit minus $42,000.
And it gives me all my.
And so we made $291,000, almost $292,000 from interest. And $100 is not very much. If you have a full-time job, $100 a month is not very much. It really is not. Okay, so I can say I put much more than that into an account.
I said teachers.
Yeah.
I thought teachers had paid money.
Well, then also other things, side hustles.
Ferguson,
I-
side hustle.
I juggle.
Fergie.
I'm a clown, and I go to birthday
I
parties.
can do that.
And I
At my birthday party, I'd
Juggle.
probably cry.
All right, ready? Okay,
You actually juggle.
I can juggle. Go ahead and do that.
You can or can't?
I can. Go, do this one.
I spelled it. You can?
I can.
Water bottles, go.
I go. Oh, I go get three tennis balls.
Get him.
Then get it.
Go. All right, you all do this problem. Go.
While you
Go.
get your balls.
All right. Go. You all have 3 tennis balls?
Do I have?
Oh, look at that. 3 tennis balls. Joe.
Can you do 4?
No.
Why not? Have you tried?
Yes. Because you got to be able to do 2 in one hand, and I can do it with my right hand, but I can't do 2 with my left hand very well. And then you have to do it at the same time, so it's very difficult. So juggling is very, 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 very easy to do. Ooh.
That's it.
I have a friend that he would fake, like, look, they didn't know how to juggle, but he was really, really good. And he said, oh, show me how to juggle. And he'd make mistakes and mess up and stuff like that. And then all of a sudden he'd get it. He could juggle fruit and like two oranges and apple, and every time you got to the apple, you take a bite of it.
Good.
It was pretty good, pretty impressive.
Is that where you learned to do it on?
No, I learned in my garage one Saturday morning.
Lord, I
This
hope
morning.
this-
All right, y'all find it?
No.
I'm
The
plugging
value?
it in
I
right
haven't
Plugging it in?
tried.
now. I wrote it down.
You can almost go. Can you go? You can't go up there and grab the previous problem. And just change the
And the
numbers.
calculator I used the other day. Desmos calculator. Scientific one.
Mhm.
I couldn't.
Mm-hmm.
So I was doing my homework. I got a call the other day. He said, I need you to contact your professor.
I need you to do your work.
Well, yeah, I got a call and they were like, well, we see that you're very behind on your homework and it caused you to fail the first test, so you need to contact your professor, but I don't know how to
I am Professor Bergeson.
Exactly. Like I go to instructor Ferguson, so it's like, ooh.
Yeah, I don't call myself a professor. I call myself an instructor.
I don't think
Because
so.
I always thought professors needed to be doctors.
I just,
What did I do wrong?
That's what I got.
wait, did you fill that into the problem?
Doesn't seem. Did you change everything?
No, I'm asking, is that what you put in yeah, that. Got it.
What did I? Ow.
What did I put in wrong?
So that is not the.
50. Oh, you can hit the 1 plus.
Oh, it
in
was
front there.
$50, not
Ah.
$100. Shoot.
Why does that make such a difference?
Because you got to follow formulas. And this class is not to teach you. This class is not to teach you why the formulas work. It's just that they do work.
Cool.
12 months
Cool.
times 30 years times $50 is equal to something.
Oh, really?
Are you done yet?
I'm not sure.
What are you doing?
What do you mean? Who are you talking to right now?
I don't know. I was trying to. Am I done?
Shouldn't you be done? You want to do the other one? If you're checking your answers, that's not the point of this thing.
Oh no, I wasn't. I did one more.
I was just sitting there.
That means that I gave you too long. Take off like. How long?
Dang it.
Well, this one's like +1.
I hate
6 plus 1 is what?
Oh.
I forgot to change the title. I have changed the title, but it's in the file. I got that 50,000 and 32,000. If you notice that the interest rate is much lower. 6% is much lower than 9.5. Much lower. Okay. And you only put $50 in, and you only went 30 years instead of 35. If you can go 40 years into a retirement account, money. So think about it. You get a good job at age 22. By the time you're 62, you're super rich. Okay? All right, so there's another thing, another formula.
Is that why rich people are like old?
Are old?
Yeah, like
Yeah.
super rich people are like
Yes,
older.
yes.
Unless
And they're getting richer
Unless you're famous.
unless you want to, and maybe your relatives are rich and when they die, they give you some money.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not counting on that in my life, so.
Me neither.
But I have grandkids. I sure would like to, help with college and whatever, get started in their
My
lives.
parents thought that way.
I'm not. Yeah. Well, I would. All right. So anyway, there's another formula, same exact formula. They just moved it around, and basically it says if I want to get to a certain amount of money, how much do I need to put in each month? And so we're going to calculate how much. I want to make $100,000. How much do I need to put in each month? Type of thing. Okay. So you're going to have a kid someday, and you want to save some money. You want $100,000 for a college fund in 18 years. This is what rich people do. They go, oh yes, I would like my kid to go to college. I better start saving now for it. So how much do I need to put in every month to let this happen? Okay, and $100,000 you should be able to get through college.
Get through?
Yes, pretty easily. Now you can't go to a private school. Private schools are more like that, but $100,000 at a state school, you wouldn't even have to work. You could just go. I think you should be able to do it. Anyway, nearest dollar, especially if you take dual credit at Weatherford College. Woo! All right. So we're also going to round up.
First.
We're rounding up our answers here. Okay.
It's okay then.
Always round
You were
up.
behind too.
Yes, both. Yes.
I
Did I report you too?
You reported me.
I reported her, and she got a phone call.
You reported me?
I have to. It's the rules.
It's
I'm
okay.
almost
I paid
completely
for my
caught up.
homework and started doing it.
That's good. I hope you do.
I was completely done.
Don't take an F in this course. Don't take an F.
This course is too easy.
Don't take an F. All right. Ready? So I want to save $100,000. That goes in the A for amount. So use this thing, and we're going to get a 9% interest compounded monthly, which n is equal to 12. Hopefully you're good at that. So here we go. Use your calculator. Lots of stacked fractions again. I want to save 100,000. Make sure the zeros are correct. 100,000. The rate was 0.09 divided by 12. I'm coming to the bottom. 2 parentheses 1 plus. This is the exact same formula, just manipulated. Uh, 18 years. Once again, I have a tendency to forget that, subtract 1. And I hit enter, and it says I need to put in $187 a month.
$100.
$200 is going to be way there. I'm going to go 187. My calculator. Round up to the nearest dollar. Okay, I'm trying to save $100,000 in 18 years. I'm going to put $187 in every month. So $187 times 12 months times 18 years would be some number. $40,392. So if I start saving now for my kid who's going to go to college in 18 years, college is going to cost me $40,000. $100,000, and when that kid can go to college, she or he would have $100,000. It's pretty nice. And if you think about it, you don't have to get it all done in 18 years. You can do $25,000 in 19 years, $25,000 in 20 years, because it takes a little bit of time. Anyway, it's all good. And so they say how much comes from interest? So 100,000 minus the 40,000, 392, 80695. So basically $60,000 from interest, $40,000 from your bank account. This is the key to money management right here. You can be poor or you can not be poor in life. This is America. You decide. There's nothing wrong with being poor. Lived most of my life being poor. It's all right. Okay? Now this one is the best one. This is the best one, okay? $1 million. I want $1 million in 40 years.
I'd like that.
All right. This interest rate is not crazy. Okay? Most people say if you can save up $1 million, that's perfect for retirement. By the time you get there, it'd probably be $2 million. But for right now, inflation gets it. But right now, $1 million still fine. Okay, so how much should we deposit each month to get us to a $1 million dollars. Okay, so use your formula, and we got 1 million. Watch your zeros. 0.0725 over 12. Double parenthesis 1 plus 0.0725 over 12 to the 12 times 40 years minus 1. I'm just going to go up there and grab that previous one and copy it. I think that's easier for me to do. We're going to go for 40 years. Our interest rate is 0.0725. Okay, I can tell you it's real important. Do your homework slowly. Make sure you got to, like, you're not going to put $5 in every month and end up with $1 million. Okay, so that means you probably lost a zero somewhere. You're not going to put in $3,000 every month and end up with $1 million. So you got to kind of get a handle on how much you have to pay. Okay, so make double check. Did I close that other parenthesis on the bottom? I think I did. All right, I got $356. That's not too bad, guys. If you're making $4,000 a month because you just got a nice job after college, you should be able to do that. Okay, I mean that's the plan. You go to college, you get your degree, you go get it. They give you a good job. Well, you could pay for anything you want to. You can buy the fanciest car and be poor and never do this, or you can buy just a reasonable car. You don't have to live in the nicest neighborhood. You can just live in a neighborhood.
I'd rather not die in my neighborhood.
Well, I don't want to die in my neighborhood either, so you kind of have to have this balance in your life.
I still live in my home.
Live in your parents' basement. It's a wonderful place.
Yeah, we don't have one.
It's free. It's free.
No.
Get yourself a
I
roommate.
said something about turning 18 the other day, and they said, "What? You're gonna start paying rent?"
Oh, yes. All right, so 356 times 12 months in every year for 40 years, and I would pay, I'd pay $170,880, and I'd have $1 million when I retire. So that would be, from interest, $829,000 of interest for me doing this, leaving my money alone. And if you work this right, this money can come out of your paycheck and then you'd never actually see it. That's the best way, is that it just automatically goes there, and you adjust your lifestyle to your paycheck.
Insurance and stuff.
Okay? Yeah, take your insurance out, take all of the monthly expenses, take them out, so don't change your child support. You have a lot of children that you're supporting?
Yeah.
Okay,
It can
that's
come
good.
just straight out of your paycheck,
Yes.
and you don't have control over it.
Then you don't have to worry about it. Okay. I think we have the idea here, and there's just three more problems. You'll get plenty of problems in your homework. Okay, but it is the key to the riches in America. Let your money work for you.
I might need to hop on Ferguson's side hustle.
Yes, and get yourself a side hustle. A legal one.